Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Latino Feliz and I'm a physical therapist. Today I'm going to be showing you 3 different breathing techniques that are going to help you with downregulating your nervous system. In more simple terms, downregulation basically means calming of the nervous system, reducing any anxiety, fears, stress, undesirable feelings that we typically feel when we're under a lot of stress. Let's get right into it. The first breathing exercise that we're going to be going over is called box breathing. And this was actually taken from The Way of the SEAL. It's a phenomenal book written by Mark Divine, who was a Navy SEAL commander. And he basically talks about certain techniques that some of the SEALs do to help them with being able to focus in on a certain experience and be present to the task at hand, especially when their lives are at stake and the lives of their team members. So when you think about whatever it is that you're going through, biologically, your brain is designed to protect you and keep you alive. So some of the things that you'll experience are increased heart rate or increased respiration rate. So you might find yourself hyperventilating and might not even realize that you're doing it, or you're conscious about it and you can't stop it. Personally, I can tell you that I've experienced like heart palpitations and sweaty palms and just a feeling of like despair. And really one thing that's important to understand is that when you are feeling those things, cognitively our brain doesn't function in the same way, because now your brain is just focused on keeping you alive. So it's so important to, 1, be aware that you're in that state, and then 2, there are certain things that you can do to actually help your body come out of that feeling. So the first thing we're going to do is called box breathing, and I want you to think about an actual box as you're doing this. So you may find that as you first start, find your own rhythm, but you'll inhale for a count of 4, hold your breath for a count of 4, exhale for 4, and then again hold for 4. So I'll demonstrate it and we'll do it for about a minute. And as you're doing this, you may feel uncomfortable. Notice how I'm sitting. You do not have to sit like this. You can sit on a chair, you can lie down. It's so important that in order for you to help calm the nervous system, that you're actually comfortable and not in any kind of like physical pain. So make sure that you get into a comfortable position. So let's go ahead and begin. And I want you to take a deep breath and inhale for a count of 4. Hold for a count of 4. Exhale for 4. And hold for 4. So we'll do that again. And try to breathe in through your nose and out of your nose. Again, inhale for a count of 4. Hold for a count of 4. Exhale. And hold. And then again. And as you continue to do that, you'll notice your rate of respiration. You'll notice, you might even feel your heartbeat. You'll be attuned more to your senses. So it helps to bring you to the present moment, and it's an amazing technique. I usually recommend people to start this for about a minute or 2. And then as you continue to practice, you can do it for a bit longer, even 5 or 10 minutes. So the recommendation again is to just start for 2 minutes. All right, so the second technique that we're gonna go over is called pursed lip breathing. So I was taught this technique by a primary physician in California, And I actually went to see him. He was a pulmonary specialist because I thought I had asthma for actually 10 years. And turns out I was misdiagnosed, and he realized that what I had was not asthma, it was actually hyperventilation and ineffective breathing. So he showed me this technique, and it made a huge difference, and I've been teaching my patients since. So what you'll do here with pursed lip breathing is take an inhale and fill your lungs as much as you can, and then on the exhale, it's almost as if relaxing your lips and just allowing the breath to slowly come out of the mouth, and exhale fully at a slow rate. So typically you can start with an inhale of counting 1 through 8, and then exhaling, if you can, for a count of 8, and if you're able to hold it a little bit longer, for twice as long. So this is a phenomenal technique to use, especially if you are a physician, if you are working in a high stressful environment as a either police officer or a firefighter, paramedic, or a military branch too. So this is something that I've worked with when I've worked with those populations. So let's do it together. You're gonna take a deep breath, inhale through the lungs, fill the entire breath, and then exhale through your mouth. And I'm going to use my fingers to show you the count. So as we breathe in, and as you continue to do this, try to hold your exhale as long as you can. All right, so the last breathing technique is called diaphragmatic breathing. But really it's important to understand that with every breath you take, you actually use your diaphragm. The emphasis here is really more so on abdominal breathing. So what you'll do here is place one hand over your chest and the other hand over your abdomen. And I'll show you in a seated position. You can do this in a seated position, but ideally you want to do it lying down because eventually we're going to have a weight over our abdomen. So what you'll do here is you want to take a deep breath and expand your belly, expand your abdomen. And then on the exhale, the belly button will draw towards the spine. So I'm going to show you on the side so that you can see here in this position. Here, you'll inhale and expand the abdomen. And then on the exhale, draw the belly button towards the spine, almost like creating an accordion, right? So when you inhale, you want to expand the ribs, expand the abdomen, think a 360 kind of balloon. And then on the exhale, everything is drawn in. What you don't want to do when you're breathing here is to have too much movement in the chest. So sometimes what can happen when we're angst or we're feeling stressed is we'll do more of a kind of like a hyperventilation type of breath. And you don't want to hyperventilate. We actually want to create the opposite response. When you hyperventilate, it sends a signal to your brain to create upregulation, to alert the nervous system that there is imminent threat. And we want to minimize that sensation, that feeling. So again, what you'll do here, and again, you're going to do this lying down, you'll inhale, expand your abdomen, little to no movement in the chest, and then on the exhale, draw the belly button towards the spine. And again, inhale through your nose. And try to exhale twice as long and breathe out through your mouth. As if you're blowing out candles or breathing out through a straw. Let's do that 2 more times and then I'm going to show you lying down. You'll inhale, take a deep breath. And then exhale. Belly button towards the spine, okay? So we have a little guest. This is my daughter. She's 6 years old, and she's gonna be going. She's gonna be doing this next movement with us.
Yeah.
Yep, we're gonna be lying down. Remember, kind of when we meditate.
Yeah.
And you can teach your children as young as 6 to be able to do this. So you're gonna go ahead and lie on your back, and so you
Which
can
way?
put on your back.
Like whatever way.
Just follow mommy.
Okay.
You can use your button here. All right, so I'm gonna be using a backpack, and you can also use a kettlebell. So this is an 8 kilo. This is probably a little too heavy for me. Typically I go for either a 10-pound weight or a 5-pound weight. But depending on what the amount of input that you want, it's just basically something weighted. You can use a weighted sandbag is great as well. I've had patients use books. So anything that will apply some pressure, and if you don't have anything, you can actually just apply the pressure with your hands. So we're gonna lie on our backs.
And you're gonna put this on my tummy.
Yes, you're gonna put that on your tummy. And you're gonna place your bag just over your abdomen.
Or bunny.
Or your bunny. Correct. And then just gently press it there, and you're gonna take a deep breath through your nose. And then breathe out through your mouth like you're blowing out a candle. Very good. And keep doing that. And as you're doing this, you want to notice a decrease in your heart rate. You'll notice that your breath will actually start to slow, and then you want to try to create less tension throughout your entire body. So one of the tips that I like to give is with each exhale, think about a body part starting from your head, and then as you exhale, relaxing through the rest of the body. So I'm going to talk you through that. So if you want to close your eyes during this session, you can do that, or you can just keep them open and simply breathe. So you'll take a deep breath. You can inhale for a count of 4. And then see if you can exhale twice as long. And on this exhale, relax your head, your shoulders, and your arms. And take another breath. And exhale, relax your back, your chest, and your abdomen. Inhale again. Release any tension in your pelvis, your low back, your glutes, your thighs. Inhale, relax your knees, your lower leg, your feet. And visualize yourself just sinking, kind of melting into the mat, as if it were quicksand and you're just letting go. And you can do this for anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes. You can do this with your knees bent, or you can have your legs straight. And that is it. That wraps up our 3 breathing techniques to help downregulate the nervous system. So as we go through these trying times, or if you're going through anything right now that is increasing your stress level, and you're looking to actually create a physiological difference and response in your body to calm your nervous system, then you can go ahead and try these techniques.